Right now at 10, the vote on La Crosse's proposed director of operations position, what the decision means for the city. And a small change with big implications hitting Quick Trip stores, how it will impact the company and customers. Plus, La Crosse will soon see more housing, the multi-million-dollar project that just broke ground.
Watching WKDT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. The mayor of La Crosse is now 0-2. A resolution to restructure City Hall did not pass in a vote of 4-2 during today's Finance and Planning Committee meeting. The proposal, introduced by Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey, aimed to establish a new director of operations position while eliminating a communications coordinator role. A similar resolution was rejected by the committee in September. However, the City Council requested additional time for public input before making a final decision. The Council is scheduled to make its final vote on October 9th. Well, some change is coming to how you pay at the register. Quick Trip is adjusting how cash transactions are handled. News 8 Now's Brooklyn Hine joins us to explain what this means for customers.
With the end of U.S. penny production, Quick Trip says it will begin rounding down cash transactions to the nearest nickel. Quick Trip's new policy comes as the U.S. government is phasing out the penny, pointing to high production costs of 3.7 cents per coin. Company leaders say many stores were already running low on pennies, pushing them to make the change.
Some of our stores are running out of pennies this week.
Quick Trip says customers can still use pennies if they have them, and card or electronic transactions won't change.
So going forward, when someone pays with cash, if it comes to $7.32, we'll round down. $7.30. If it comes to $7.38, we'll round down to $7.35. In essence, the closest nickel.
Quick Trip says the policy will cost the company, but it's a move they believe benefits customers.
Now, the reality is with a company our size, with over 900 stores, that's going to amount to a lot of additional expense on our part. I mean, over $1 million minimally just out of the chute, but it's right for the customer.
The timeline for the switch will vary by location, with each store making the change once it officially runs out of pennies. Live in the newsroom, Brooklyn Hine, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Brooklyn. Well, for years, patients seeking medical marijuana had to leave the state of Wisconsin. A new bill aims to provide options while addressing past concerns. It requires a doctor's diagnosis for qualifying conditions and registration with the Office of Medical Cannabis Regulation. Unlike past proposals, this bill allows private industry dispensaries instead of them being state-run.
We want to allow for private industry to come into the state while having it still highly regulated to ensure there are consumer protections put in place, that all cannabis products and plants are tested by third-party laboratories.
Although medical marijuana has gained bipartisan support over the years, Teston says they'll face some hurdles to get it passed. A mobile home park fire in Shelby is now being investigated as arson. That's according to the La Crosse County Sheriff. The fire happened at the Brookview Mobile Home Park. 3 homes were destroyed or damaged. No one was hurt. A car fire was reported on Highway 16 in West Salem today. According to the La Crosse County Sheriff's Office, the people inside the vehicle noticed the fire starting and were able to get out safely before the car fully caught fire. No injuries were reported. Jackson County Communications received a call from the FAA this afternoon reporting an airplane had landed at the Black River Falls Municipal Airport with its landing gear up. Emergency responders arrived to find the pilot was unharmed. The plane landed on its belly with no fire or fuel leaks. The aircraft is disabled, and as a result, the runway will be out of service for at least 24 hours from the time of the incident. A deadly wreck on the south side of La Crosse. It happened on Highway 14 near the intersection of 33rd Street. Police say a motorcycle sideswiped a truck with a boat trailer. We just learned that the motorcyclist died at the hospital. The accident is still being investigated. A News 8 follow-up. La Crosse police say 19-year-old Benjamin Schneider is the alleged shooter in an incident in La Crosse. It happened yesterday on the 1500 block of 10th Street South. No word yet on a motive. The victim in that shooting suffered non-life-threatening injuries and is recovering. Schneider is facing charges of attempted homicide. The suspect in a Jackson County manhunt is now in custody. Police say they arrested Austin Jurasich last night after he evaded authorities for nearly 24 hours. Police had been searching for him after a caller reported he was armed and threatening to shoot officers. Jurasich faces felony charges, including bail jumping.
Well, certainly starting to get warmer here, though we had conditions here for today, and that's just the start. And we see some record warm temperatures through Saturday, too. Overall, it's going to be mild tonight. We're still sitting in the 70s at both locations throughout the area. It's still in the 60s to 70s. Now, we had a little bit of disturbance there coming through the area, producing some cloud cover overall. Some of that activity north of the Twin Cities is not reaching the ground, but that cloud cover will persist in some areas overnight, but not expected to see other than just cloud cover. That's with the system staying well to the north. So as I mentioned, temperatures tonight are going to stay in the 60s for most areas, mid 60s, a few areas getting into the upper 50s, but well above average. We should be well into the 40s this time of year. And starting off the morning is going to be fairly quiet there. Cloud cover there, a little bit less throughout the day. Still some high clouds getting up to 80 degrees by noon. And the same story for La Crosse. A very warm start to the morning, 64, 67 at 4 a.m. That is our average high already. We're supposed to get up to about 82 with that southwest wind at about 7 by noon. So later on, we'll kind of break down how long this stretch will last, and when we have that October-like conditions, when to expect the October-like conditions a bit later in the broadcast.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Greg. The Nature Place in La Crosse held a Wisconsin Highway 16 corridor public meeting this evening. Residents, local leaders, and WisDOT experts joined the event. They talked about safety and traffic improvements that are expected to take place along the corridor through the year 2050.
We're looking to address operations needs, safety needs, as well as infrastructure needs along the corridor. So tonight we're focused on pointing out what the needs that we've identified are on the corridor, getting feedback from the public if they have additional needs that they're seeing. And then we also have concepts to present for ways that we think those needs could be addressed.
Attendees saw displays of plans for future projects and had the opportunity to share feedback. La Crosse Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey visited students at State Road Elementary. Second graders are learning about the election cycle and the importance of speaking up for your community. They used the opportunity to ask Mayor Washington Spivey some questions.
It's important for them to hear from individuals firsthand, like the mayor or any other elected official, so they can understand and engage in the process earlier, because we're also inspired. Right now, I've had this conversation with them and I'll talk about what the mayor do. Now, one of these second graders might grow up and say, I want to be the mayor too, right? Or I want to be some elected official too, to make sure that I'm having an impact on my community.
Questions ranged anywhere from what a mayor does to his favorite restaurants. Governor Tony Evers visited Western Dairyland's weatherization warehouse in Pigeon Falls today. The visit highlighted the organization's efforts to improve buildings by protecting them from the weather, boosting energy efficiency, and enhancing indoor comfort and safety, working to lower costs for families throughout the region.
I'm just really proud of the work they do, and they just do it because they love it, and they get good responses from the people they're helping.
The visit also highlights the rollout of a tax cut in the 2025 to 27 biennial budget. It eliminates the sales and use tax on electricity and natural gas consumed in homes across Wisconsin. Well, dozens of people biked through La Crosse this morning as part of Week Without Driving. The 5-mile ride started at City Hall and highlighted what it's like to get around without a car. Organizers say about 40% of La Crosse residents don't drive, and the ride showed gaps in biking infrastructure.
I'm looking forward to being able to talk to the elected officials who are here about what changes we might make to make things more accessible.
Representatives from Senator Tammy Baldwin and Representative Derek Van Orden's offices also participated. The La Crosse area YMCA received a $75,000 grant to support youth health initiatives. The grant comes from Great Rivers United Way and the Otto Bremer Trust. The Y will use the money for programs such as income-based memberships and food access. It will also be used to support their community youth center and mental health initiatives.
We are so appreciative of this support, which will allow us to continue to serve all of the kids in our community on their, health and wellness journeys.
West says the Y has over 8,000 youth members. The Y was one of 6 local nonprofits to receive a grant. The La Crosse apartment scene is getting bigger. Officials breaking ground today on Grandview Lofts. It's going up at the former Grandview Hospital. It will feature 52 rental units. Over $8 million is being invested into this project, and it is set to be complete by spring of 2026. Still to come, more cities brace for National Guard deployments, how major city leaders are pushing back, and norovirus spreading through a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. What passengers say about the ship's response to the illness.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, Walmart's big news that'll affect how you shop and how Raising Cane's is helping battle breast cancer on Foodie Friday. And Art has your weekend weather. The news starts at 5 a.m.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to La Crosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension of sight and sound, a journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's the sofa up ahead. Your next stop, the comfort zone.
Fast, free financing available. Don't need financing? Ask about our cash discount.
Come to Wesco and find yourself in the comfort zone and tell them Peyton sent you.
Hey, Dominic here, and I'm back to show you how I personally make my Bloody Marys using our Please Name Bloody Mary mix. First, you'll take a pint glass full of ice, add a spoonful of Please Name Bloody Mary mix, a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce, a shot or 2 of vodka, and top it off with tomato juice. Want it spicier? Add more mix. Be sure to get your Please Name Bloody Mary mix and 39 other blends at the Please Name Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Cheers! Worcestershire.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to La Crosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
The Trump administration is sending National Guard troops and federal agents to more U.S. cities. Attorney General Pam Bondi says the current crackdown in Memphis, Tennessee is working. The Memphis State Task Force made over 90 arrests and seized 24 guns this week. But some locals say the law enforcement presence is not needed. Memphis police say crime in their city is at a 25-year low. Local leaders want the government to invest in mental health, education, and housing instead of sending troops.
They're coming whether you want it or not. Why don't we create the best situation for everybody and work together to create the best possible outcome?
In Portland, 200 National Guard troops are expected on the streets this weekend to patrol federal buildings where protests could occur. A cruise ship plagued by norovirus finished its journey, arriving in Miami this morning. It traveled through Central America and the Caribbean. Over 90 passengers and 4 crew got norovirus symptoms. Royal Caribbean isolated 6 sick passengers and also increased cleaning. Passengers say the cruise did all it could, but many think more were sick and didn't say.
Well, I figure there were more because I talked to a lot of friends, and a lot of them were sick as well, and none of them reported it, because if you report it, they quarantine you and you end up in your stateroom. So half the people probably didn't report it.
There is no antiviral treatment for norovirus, so if you get sick, it's just about treating the symptoms and making sure that you stay hydrated. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Yeah, we got record warm for Friday and Saturday, along with breezy conditions this weekend before a front comes through, and that brings finally some more October-like conditions next week. We'll break it all down for you coming up on your first warm weather update after the break.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. King Furniture has more La-Z-Boy recliners than anywhere else in the Coulee region. Fabric, leather, and even lift chairs. Try them all out. Sit on this, sit on that. There's plenty here to choose from. And as always, we'll deliver and haul away for free. Find what you're looking for today at King Furniture.
Interested in a heat pump for your home? Here at G&T, we've got an offer to sweeten the deal. Qualified customers can get up to $8,000 off a new Goodman heat pump system and a $2,000 tax credit for this year. In most cases, you'll pay less for this heat pump and furnace system installation, as well as over time with its efficiency and energy savings. Seriously, a Goodman heat pump that's smaller and more efficient for less. Plus, it's installed by an amazing team of skilled technicians with quality you can count on and experience you can trust. Interested? Call G&T for the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
It's Hy-Vee's 3-day meat sale this Friday through Sunday. Get our special recipe brats, 8 for $10. Fresh ground beef, just $3.98 for a 1-pound roll. Tyson chicken breasts or wings, just $2.79 a pound. Pork shoulder roast, just $1.88 a pound. 8-ounce pork chops, 3 for $5. Plus, get even more great deals. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Welcome to Black River Furniture and Cabin Outlet. Shop our huge selection of upholstery by Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Furnishings. Sleep better with our selection of double-sided, hybrid, or all-foam mattresses, adjustable bases, and bedroom sets available. Set your dining room up with a new table, chairs, bar stools, or counter height available. Throw down a rug to complete any room, scatters, 5x8s, 8x10s, and more. No gimmicks, no corporate hassles. Open 7 days a week. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Yeah, really, it's going to be the heat, the winds this weekend, and then we're going to see more typical October type conditions next week. But in the meantime, it's going to be kind of hot out there. Dry, though. That's the good news, too. It's even a dry heat. Right now, we just had a little bit of a disturbance come through. It's produced a few clouds overall, but as it lifts north, there's actually a front further to the north to the Arrowhead of Minnesota. That's where they've had some precipitation with that. We've had cloud cover with this disturbance coming through, but that's about it. It's too dry, lower levels to even mount to anything other than some clouds. Storm out system out to the west, they're going to get cooler. They're going to have rain. They're going to have actually some snow and much more fall-like conditions, and that means we're going to have the more summer-like conditions for the time being throughout the next several days through the weekend. Tomorrow's highs, upper 80s, potentially some 90s. It will be dry type heat out there with a wind out of the southwest. Not quite breezy yet on Friday. The winds will start picking up as we go into Saturday. But look at these low temperatures going into Saturday. Some could barely get under 70 going in. So it's going to be a very warm, breezy night too. This is actually our average high temps right now, so that should what we'll see probably next week. But for now, that's your overnight lows going into Saturday. So a very mild start, and it's going to be a very warm and breezy afternoon. A few high clouds out there, but otherwise mid-80s, upper 80s once again. So it could be a repeat of Friday. There could be a degree or two difference between either day. Just depends on how things plan out. But overall, still mid to upper 80s and potentially a few 90s is the main theme as we go throughout Saturday. Sunday, the bigger story with that is cloud cover comes in. The front that we're watching gets a little closer. So the winds pick up. This would actually be stronger winds on this day. With the clouds and that wind, it comes down a little bit on the temperatures, so not expecting record temperatures, but still well above average and still well into the 80s too. Now, as we look at the records, it's a little bit less likely we're going to see it on Friday, given that we're going to have to get up to 91 for La Crosse. Eau Claire maybe 89, but still we're shooting about to the mid-80s right now. I think better shot as we go into Saturday, and kind of skipped over there for a second. Saturday, we're expected to see temperatures more similar, but the record highs are more into the upper 80s. So I think we will see set some records on Saturday. Given the winds here, we'll see winds. These are wind gusts here for Saturday. Starting off by the afternoon, we should see 25 to potentially 30 widespread. There could be a few areas that do give above 35, especially as you go into northeast Iowa, ridge lines and those areas that favor that. Those winds will die off a little bit at night, but still overall at night, we could still gust above 20 to even 32. So breezy night conditions too continue as you wake up tomorrow, Sunday morning. Still you got gusts in the 20s, and then it just picks up. As I said, Sunday afternoon we could see gusts potentially approach maybe 40 at times, but then you can see the winds turn right around Sunday because that's when the front comes through, and then we'll start seeing winds die off. And you can see as we go through, there's your front coming through. The front does not come through the area, or at least enter the area, till Sunday night, so staying dry, and then we'll see showers develop mainly on the back side of this front. We're talking Sunday night into early Monday morning before this front stalls out, and we might see additional precipitation come back up into some of the areas, probably south of I-90, come Monday night and Tuesday as another system kind of goes around that front. So there are some precipitation chances there going into next week, but not a lot. And given the main story going into next week is the average temperatures and the overnight lows getting back down into the 40s as you see a spider crawling around on the 8-day forecast.
At first I thought that was real.
That's not real.
You got me. Okay.
Yeah, that's just, it's October, so you got to throw that stuff in there
That
a
was a
little
lot
bit.
of fun. Thank you, Greg. All right, we're good. All right, coming up next in sports, highlights and scores from a busy night of prep volleyball. Plus, the UWL football team is preparing for a massive conference clash with Whitewater. Find out one of the keys to victory for the Eagles. Next with Jacob.
Taking you right inside the action, Friday Night Prep.
Every Friday night at 10, right here on News 8.
What if buying a car felt easy? At Maury's Auto Group, it does. With Maury's Best Price First, there's no haggling, no hassle, just upfront, honest pricing. And with Maury's team, you get guidance, not pressure. You always get more with Maury's. More help, more clarity, and more value. Test drive and compare the top midsize SUVs at our Drive to Compare event, Saturday, October 11th at La Crosse Speedway. Details at drivetocompare.com or go to maurysauto.com and get more with Maury's.
The Made in America sale, happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Right now, you'll find savings on furniture for every room in your home. From living rooms to bedrooms, dining to mattresses, if it's made in America, it's on sale. Shop handcrafted American-made furniture built to last. And as always, our team of trusted designers is here to help you. Don't miss your chance to buy American and save big during the Made in America sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Family owned for 100 years.
Oktoberfest kicks off Thursday, October 2nd at Fleet Farm. Join us all month for show-stopping deals, contests, and freebies every weekend. This Saturday, October 4th, the first 100 customers can score a free gift card worth up to $100. Grab a sweet fall favorite at our Caramel Apple Bar and enjoy free hot dogs, yard games, and more. Don't miss the fun at Fleet Farm's Oktoberfest. It's our way of saying thanks for your continued business. For details, visit fleetfarm.com/Oktoberfest.
You already know. Derek Van Orden voted for the largest Medicaid cut in history. Nursing homes may be forced to close. Rural hospitals in Wisconsin at risk of closure. And tens of thousands of Wisconsinites could lose health coverage. But did you know Van Orden's vote could raise electricity costs in Wisconsin $300 a year? Also, Van Orden could give wealthy elites another tax break. Tell Derek Van Orden, stop making us pay more.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, it is October 2nd, and the Holmen volleyball team has still not lost a match. The 6th-ranked team in Division I has been blowing past their competition. Central looking to hand the Vikes their first loss of the season. Let's take it to the first set at Holmen High tonight. The home team would turn on the burners early. The senior Hadley Teff sends a heater to the hardwood with the kill. Moira Linz will be making plays up front all night long. This one of them right there, as she puts her squad up by 3. Later in the set, Central not out of it yet. Ellie Gillitzer finds a soft spot and connects to cut the lead to 2. It would be nothing the Vikings couldn't handle, though. Linz again. This time she is going to paint the line. The Vikings will keep their undefeated season alive, winning 3-0. Tolminot, Alaska, meeting from Hilltopper Country tonight. Pick this one up. Second set, Lauren Pica sends a cross-court pass to Natalie Marceau, who swats it past the defense for the kill. And Isabella Eckstein puts it up on a platter, and Zoe Kunso-Kane says dinner is served. Later on, Kayla Kettlehut picks out her spot, places it down perfectly as she gets the ace. And on set point, teamwork is going to make the dream work for both Isabella Malachek and Kendall Carlson, who get a hand on the ball to deny Toma. Onalaska takes this one, also by a final of 3-0. And the number 6 team in Class A in Minnesota also in action tonight. Mabel Canton. The Cougars would continue their dominance with some help from 8th grader Braylee Stortz, who brings down the hammer with some velocity. Then it would be Stortz again, set up by freshman Emma Hutchinson to win the second set 25-8. Home team looking for the sweep in the third set. It's the lower classmen again stepping up. Haley Eichen getting the job done. Home side finishes this one 25-8 to continue their hot streak. Mabel Canton wins their 5th in a row, and they also take this one in a sweep. Other finals from volleyball action tonight. Viroqua keeps rolling, defeating BRF, and CFC picks up a 5-set win at Whitehall. Pep and Alma makes quick work of Melrose Mindoro. Hillsborough takes care of Bangor in 4 sets in Scenic Bluffs play. And in boys soccer action, the Toma Timberwolves hand Arcadia their first loss of the season, 4-2 the final. 7th-ranked Badgers trying to stay unbeaten in Big Ten play tonight. Set 1, home side in system. It's Mimi Collier skying for the emphatic spike. Then a little later, off the great dig by Anaya Warren, Bucky is going to get some offense courtesy of Collier with the put down from the back. Wisconsin takes set 1. More good defense and hustle from Warren in set 2. This one over to Una Viagic, hammering home a kill to increase the home side's lead. Badgers stay perfect in Big Ten play with a sweep of Illinois. And it is the biggest game in the country in Division III this week, a top 10 showdown between perennial powers, UW La Crosse and UW Whitewater. It's a series that dates all the way back to 1917, and this year many figure these two teams to be towards the top of the WIAC standings when it is all said and done. Last season it was the Eagles who got the 24-21 victory, which was in the midst of a 5-game winning streak to end the regular season for UWL. Now in 2 days, it'll be the first league matchup for each squad. Neither wants to begin their conference portion of the schedule 0-1, and one major question will be who can block out the noise and go out and make the necessary plays to get the W.
As a senior now, I've played at Whitewater before, played them here. I kind of treat game day like just any other day. I try not to do anything too far out of the ordinary because, you know, like you said, there's going to be a lot of adrenaline and a lot of nerves. That stuff you can't avoid. But just focusing on that too far prior to kickoff can kind of be detrimental to myself. So I like kind of coming in relaxed, having fun, you know, cracking smiles with the guys, and just, you know, it's awesome. What else would you rather be doing on a Saturday afternoon?
Walsh says the Eagles will need to be dialed in against a Warhawk offense with a lot of weapons all over the field. Kickoff for that one set for 1 p.m. We'll have highlights for you on Saturday. And you can't script it much better than this. The I-94 rivalry is renewed for another time this season as the Cubs take down the Padres 3-1. And that means Milwaukee and Chicago will do battle at 1:08 on Saturday. All right, that'll do it for sports. More news after this timeout.
Right now at Home Furniture, it's the Preferred Customer Event. Get up to an extra 15% off sale prices with instant factory rebates. Find savings throughout the showroom like this leather sofa, now just $12.69. Hurry in, the Preferred Customer Event ends Monday at Home Furniture.
Get an 11% rebate on your next painting project at Menards. Pittsburgh Ultra Interior Paint and Primer in One provides a durable, washable finish. Grab a gallon of Ultra Interior Paint starting at just $17.79 after rebate. Give your walls the best finish with Pittsburgh's Paramount Interior Paint. It provides the most advanced protection, true one-coat coverage, and excellent scrubbability. A gallon starts at $39.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Freedom is the ability to choose the path that makes you happy.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site
to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram
or a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Stop in now to get a brand new Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Fiat, or Chrysler. Whether it's for work or play, we've got the vehicle for you. We have a wide selection of every model. Nothing beats getting in the driver's seat. So stop in today. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest
shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
It's good to know your Touchstone Energy Cooperative is always there. For generations, we've powered the growth of our community. Today, our commitment is stronger than ever to provide affordable energy you can depend on and keep you connected to what matters most, now and for generations to come. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Get a sleep like no other on a handmade mattress from Heirloom at Home Sleep Express. Plus, pay no interest for 5 years and get free white glove delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Heirloom mattresses at Home Sleep Express.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
It's a painting that seems to go on forever. That's because it does. The moving image, called the Grand Panorama of a Whaling Voyage Round the World, is nearly 1,300 feet long, taller than the Empire State Building. The piece was completed by 2 artists in 1848. Every 10 to 15 days, a team from the Minnesota Marine Art Museum in Winona, Minnesota, advanced the piece another 40 feet.
It combines a slice of history, sort of the spectacle of the time period, as well as a historic piece of work.
This is fantastic. Everyone should come and everyone should see it.
The piece is believed to be the longest in North America, and I just realized I have seen that. I've been to that museum. You guys should go check it out. It's quite a spectacle right here in Winona, right in our backyard. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after the break.
Is your relationship suffering from nagging bed aches? Try the Sealy Posturepedic. Can you feel the support? That's the Precision Fit coils. They flex to your body, supporting you where you need it most. Stop stressing, start sleeping with Slumberland's 365-night sleep guarantee.
Hey, Dominic here, and I want to show you just how easy it is to make tacos and taco dip using taco seasoning. For the tacos, just brown 1 pound of ground meat with 4 teaspoons of taco seasoning. Add a half cup of water, simmer 15 minutes, spoon into a taco shell, and add your favorite garnish. For taco dip, blend cream cheese and a half cup of milk until smooth, then add 1 tablespoon of taco seasoning. Be sure to get your taco seasoning and 37 other blends at the Seasoning Outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Tacos.
Enjoy 7 days of savings online and in store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet Days, going on now. Shop your favorite brands and seasonal supplies at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Like Blaine's Feline Fusion Cat Food, rewards priced at $13.99. Get a $20 MasterCard reward by rebate when you buy a 5-gallon bucket of Shell Rotella diesel oil, $74.99. And select Tide laundry detergent, just $8.99. Find the value you need online and in store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet Days, going on now.
Thanks to Congressman Derek Van Orden, everything is a lot more expensive right now. Not only did he support all the tariffs that are hiking prices on everyday essentials from groceries to school supplies, he also voted to raise healthcare costs by cutting Medicaid. Meanwhile, families are trying to stretch every dollar to pay their bills. And now Republicans in Congress shut down the government, causing economic chaos. Call Derek Van Orden and tell him to stop raising costs on Wisconsin families.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
After high school, I joined Eagle Crest Communities. I did not know what I wanted to do for a career, and I really found a passion for working with our senior population. They care about me just as much as I care about them. Being able to be a part of their day is a really special thing for me, and it's given me a purpose in life.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
Even getting out of bed is a struggle.
Sounds like a lot of pressure.
And pain.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Tempur Pro Adapt provides adaptive support and pressure relief to help you sleep.
Getting out of this bed is gonna be a struggle.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Okay, that's not a misprint. This is not August. This is actually October here, but upper 80s and a few 90s. There won't be humidity as much with it, so it's dry, but still very warm for this time of year. Could be a record at some locations there. And you look at the overall theme is breezy, windy this weekend, very warm. Front comes through Monday, and we're back to more seasonable October conditions. The rain chance probably Sunday night. There's another opportunity Monday night too. Both are pretty light, but enjoy the warmth because we're back to October come next week finally.
Yeah, that skeleton sure is enjoying
Yeah,
it. He's
yeah,
having
it
a
is.
party. All right, thanks for joining us at 10. Have a great night.